Hey guys, got a package in the mail. Felix is here helping me. Since I'm one-handed, I'm gonna undo the tape and then we'll be back in a second here. Okay, let's get this open. And yeah, that's what I thought. This is a voltmeter. 0 to 15 volts. Just what I've been using here. Hey Felix, you wanna see? Yeah, Felix is happy. He approves of it. This is from Shartney on YouTube, and I'll put the link to his channel there if you want to check him out. He does a lot of videos, and he's a heavy commenter on my channel, so you can go ahead and check him out. Well, thank you. I will definitely put that right to use in my lab today and get that on the run battery on my Bedini motor. Eventually I'm going to be using a whole lot of meters in my lab, so that way I can keep an eye on things more precisely. So thank you very much. It's going right in the lab today. Right to use. Hey guys, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. As I'm grabbing the camera to tell you that it's been raining all day, therefore I haven't used the camera all day. I see blue sky. A minute ago it wasn't there. It's getting brighter. Left the camera in because it's been raining all day. It's been raining all 10 days. So what I've got here is stakes showing the range of the garden. I'll set up my tripod and I'll try to explain to you what I'm doing here. Let me see. Get myself out here. Alright. Oh look, it is getting nicer, but it's cold. It's really cold. So what we have here, make sure I don't trip over my electric fence wire, which I keep doing. We've got a 4-foot grow bed, all right, like we had in New York, and then a 2-foot walk space, and we've got another 4-foot grow bed, 2-foot walk area, 4-foot grow bed, 2-foot walk area, 4-foot grow bed, 2-foot walk, and another 4-foot grow bed. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-foot wide grow beds by whatever long. If this is 30 feet, that must be 50 feet long, I'm thinking. So I'm going to go on the other end. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to measure it out and put the stakes up. And I'll take you along for the ride. Alright, I've run the tape measure. And I've got, fortunately, you never know until you measure it, but eyeballing it, I did do even ends. Eyeballing this when I ran the tiller that time. So, turned out. So I'm going 4 feet. This is the modified square foot garden. Okay? That's my term for the way I do it. And then go 2 feet for the spacer. That's the walkway. And then every 4 feet is a garden path. And then a 2-foot walkway. Now I'm going to mulch the walkways so that we can walk on them and not have any trouble with whatever shoes we're wearing at the time. That one was used in the electric fence. That one suffered some serious stresses on it. And we're about to plant. I got to rake it flat, and then we're about to plant here pretty soon. Sure is different than pine bush. Sandy soil makes all the difference. And the last one. garden rows and pathways. So that's not too bad for a start. Now I've got to get this stuff fenced in, so the very same posts I've got out here will be used for the electric fence when I'm done setting things up. So I'll have to find some stakes to replace them with. But for now, that's what I got and that's what I'm using here. Really thick over here in this spot. Oh, there's one row ready. Soil is so soft and fine and smooth compared to the pine bush. It's just so much better here. Oh, I love it. Alright, well, Melanie wants to get the potatoes in, so I'm going to let her get going on that. Right now, I'm going to go over in the corner and do asparagus. That'll be our asparagus run over here. And then I'll continue on. I've got to get rope running between the rows so they're marked off better. And I'll continue on working the rows. And then we'll walk the pathways flat. And then I got to get some tree mulch made up. Or find some, one of the two. And then cover those pathways, and that'll stop any weed growth in the middle. So I'm laying out the rows. Got some dollar store twine that I'm using, nylon twine, so it's supposed to be able to last in this environment, hopefully. Anyway, I got one more row to do for the first half of the garden. And then I got to get a truckload of compost in for the back corner over there, and then I can do the second half of the garden. I still have to till that half, but at least I can get planting this section now. It's been raining every day for 10 days or so, so I haven't been able to get more of this stuff. It's just too heavy right now to dig, to haul in a truck. That'd be too heavy for the truck. I've been putting a hurting on the poor old truck. I don't want to do that anymore. So I'll just get this other line up, and then we'll get to planting. Hey everybody, Melanie and I are planting. I've got here our tomatoes and peppers we bought to replace the seedlings that were killed. Yes. Cupid, Roma. Add all the tomatoes. The rest is peppers. I love my peppers. Melanie's doing potatoes down at the end. Now I read that you should bury your tomatoes a little bit deeper. They like to go down a little bit deeper when you plant them, and it reduces their stress. So we'll see how that goes. I'm doing it now. Now this is why the square foot method, I can reach all the way across from one side to another with ease. I guess if I do seedlings inside again, I'm going to have to just keep them, I don't know how I'm going to do it, to keep them from getting killed. Because the critters out here like to eat the seeds off the root. Once they've sprouted, they know where they are and they eat them right off. So anyway, we'll get this done. We don't have to bore you with all that. We're gonna get our plants in. Now there's a beautiful sight. Plants in the garden. We got a bunch of tomatoes, and we got a bunch of different hot peppers. Actually, we got one row of sweet peppers. Melanie wanted the bell peppers. I'd like to plant more. We're still gonna attempt to start some more seedlings inside. Give them a better chance, because the critters are just going to dig them out until we get the fencing up. And then down here, I still have to water them. We got the purple potatoes in. Melanie put them in while I did all the tomatoes. And then down over here, let me pause the camera. Over here we got asparagus. They were, what were they, $1 something a bunch. That is a beautiful sight there. I love asparagus. So that's going to be a nice asparagus bed next year. And I'm not sure, but I think you can spread them out once they start growing. So we'll make that a bigger bed for next year. I'd like to eventually have enough asparagus to put away for the year. It's such good food. So if they got more, I might run the whole row down here in this outside edge with asparagus. We'll go see what they have. Alright guys, well that's it for planting for now. I still got to till this other half, amend the soil in the back, till this other half. There it is, raining again. I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to rain again. All day. It's been like this for days and days and days and days. But at least we got our garden stuff in for now. We'll go see what plants they have at the shop, and then we got 2 more rows to plant with seedlings that are ready to plant, and then 2 more rows that I still have to get ready to plant. So that's a good start. And then the corn is going to run along here. Now what I'm going to do is instead of tilling a huge patch like this, because there's no point in tilling walkways, I'm going to till this entire strip down here all the way back this way. So what I'm going to have is 4-foot wide tilled patches and 2-foot wide walkways, which I'll then put down cardboard and mulch. So all the moving boxes that we had, are going to be used to kill that grass in between the walkways. That's the theory anyway. And then that double tree sadly has to go because it's right in the middle of the yard. It blocks the afternoon solar power, and it's going to block morning garden sunlight. So those two got to go. Now, somebody suggested thinning trees, but I don't like to take any trees down between here and that road back there. There are summer cabins nowhere up in this here. This is all their land here and across the street, but sometimes people go walking by, and I don't want to be seen from the road. There's summer cabins down back there, so I don't want to be seen. So I think I want to leave these here. I'll trim them back, but I'm not going to cut them down. And all this dense, dead stuff, that's just cover. I'm leaving that. Hey everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. I have a package here from Running Snail on Amazon. It's an interesting name, Running Snail. It's one I don't forget easy. Oh, 2 packages in one. Alright. We have a couple things here I'm going to be reviewing. One is a vehicle mounted travel light, and we'll go into all detail about that later. But for now, just want to have a look at it. Oh, it turns on. Wow, that's bright. Wow, well, it definitely comes pre-charged. Interesting. Turns on by opening it. Oh, I'm going to have to read the instructions here. Oh, cool. Different lights, colors. Interesting. That's unique. Really bright. So there's a light I'm going to be reviewing, and it is USB rechargeable. So we'll go into that in all detail later on. And I have a multi-purpose hand crank radio for emergency. It says Running Snail right on the box. That's their own brand. Pretty cool. So, again, this will be a separate video in all detail later on, but I just want to go over and look at it. Oh, look at that. There's a tiny little USB adapter for, it looks like maybe Apple. There's a USB charging cable. And we have a solar panel. We have hand crank. We have battery backup. 3 AAAs it looks like. So it looks like, oh, and USB powered. So it looks like there's multiple ways to charge this device. We've got an LED light. We got AM, FM radio. And weather radio. Oh, you can switch it from AAA to lithium ion powered, so that's cool. What's it say here? AM, FM, NOAA weather radio, LED flashlight and reading lamp, SOS alarm, and 2000 milliamp hour power bank. So you can also use it to power your devices. So we'll go into all that as well on a separate video. So that's Running Snail. Thank you guys, and that ends our day. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Good night.